taking a soil sample is relatively easy, but there are a few steps to it. It's kind of like a scientific thing. So get an area of soil that you know is not being improved by compost or mulch, anything like that, and then just scrape away any twigs or leaf debris from the top. You then need to remove about 5 centimetres of the top of that bit of soil, because that will kind of get affected by any plants that are growing around there. So once you've moved that, you need to dig down roughly about 12 centimetres. So this trowel's quite handy because it's got some indicators on there. Soil will take about a week and a half, 2 weeks to dry, and you can help it along by putting it on top of a radiator, but you do want it to dry naturally. So once the soil has dried, you can take a small amount of it and pop it into the empty test tube. You'll notice that there are some markings on here. You need to just fill the soil up to the marking 1. So it is a really tiny amount. And you might need to just break down or crumble the soil to get it into there. That's a bit too much. It's not something that you want to rush this. You do need to be quite accurate. It's going to take you back to your science school days. So just give it a little bit of a shake, and we're up to the kind of 1 mark on there. And then we're going to add 1 spoonful of this. Now there's enough in here to do 15 tests roughly. So you're just going to add 1 spoon into the pot there. And this is the barium sulfate. So you just need to kind of mix that around like so. And then we're going to take the pH testing solution, and we're going to fill up to 2.5 on this test tube here. So there we go. And then pop the cap on, make sure it is properly on, and then just give it a quick shake. Now you're going to need to leave that for 10 minutes until it's all settled and the colour will develop. So after 10 minutes, the colour will have developed, and you're going to use this chart on the inside just to look at what the results match. So if you take this, hold it up to the light if you need to, and you can hold it in front of this chart. This is coming out as an alkaline soil. It's 7.5. Most soils probably are going to be neutral or alkaline, and if it's a murky green colour, it's kind of dependent whether it's a darker green or lighter. If it's one of these more acidic soils, it will be very obvious. But this sample is, I'm going to say, alkaline, and we're going for a soil pH of around 7.5. Just make a note of that because that is important in indicating what kind of plants will do really well in your garden.